Dietz used to be the world's greatest centre forward, a few years ago now. Yeah. From someone that's been up there at that level.
Nowhere near that level, but yeah.
Is Robert Lewandowski, though, at this point, the best number 9 traditional centre forward in world football?
Yes.
Would you care to
yes.
elaborate?
I think when you look at Lewandowski, he is the all-round striker. He doesn't rely on his pace. He's not the quickest, but his hold-up play, his link play, and his awareness in and around the box to finish is superb. And it's only a shame that there's not a Ballon d'Or this year, and I think it's so unfair that they've called it and there's not going to be any announcement for a Ballon d'Or of the year, because he would be the man. Messi is out of the game. Ronaldo, okay, had a decent year for Juve, but are not performing at the level as what Lewandowski has done for Bayern Munich in the league and in the Champions League. There's 15 goals in 8 games. You know, 55 goals in all comps this year.
I mean, he has an amazing supporting cast as well, don't you? I mean, we just notice every time we watch Bayern play, the balls that come in, whipped across the face, whether it's coming from the right or left, they feed him really well, and for the most part, he'll finish off. But if you're going to put anybody up at number 9 in the world,
for one game, right
for
now?
one game, that would be an interesting decision to make.
Would you pick the poll?
It would be close. I just look at some of the other, dynamite players in the world right now, or even the old ones like Ronaldo. If you were going to have a one-off game, would you still use him up top in front of Lewandowski?
No chance.
No chance.
You want goals, you want to win games, he's your man.
But I mean, I know Ronaldo's fading somewhat, but he's still Ronaldo, and in the big games, he's still going to score the goals. He's proven that year in and year out. I mean, you can't go wrong, can you? And a different kind of player, but Ronaldo's kind of evolved into more of a traditional centre forward in the latter years, but I don't know the answer, to be honest with you. That's a good one.
Yeah. Lewandowski is amazing.
Well, look at his goal-scoring feats over the last number of years. And it's sad that so many great players are in those huge shadows of Messi and Ronaldo, because these numbers are out of this world. These are truly world-class numbers. But when we look back, we're going to think of this era as being owned by those 2 other guys.
Yeah.
Which must be frustrating for the likes of Lewandowski, who you're right, should win the Ballon d'Or this year. But it's interesting that how the positions changed too a little bit. There aren't too many traditional centre forwards playing the game these days. There's lots of forwards who cut in from the left and cut in from the right, but those guys that play down the middle have all those skills like you mentioned there. They're not like they used to be.
I think the game has evolved a lot as well, and the formations, systems have changed. We've heard of the false 9 now. We've heard of the inverted wingers who are acting as forwards. And you're right, it's changed a lot compared to back in the day where you had the big lumbering striker like me, the hold-up player, little and large forward line.
Hit you on the diagonal.
Hit you on the diagonal, direct, feed off the second balls. But now you have forwards like Neymar, Mbappe, who are not really out-and-out number 9s, but they can play there and do a job for you.
Did you fear the quick, sneaky striker or the brutal striker?
Well, like the Dickios?
I didn't say that, but yeah, the Dickios.
Actually, the big strikers were difficult to play against because they had the ability to, first of all, hurt you and embarrass you. And the smaller, the Neymars of the world, Messis of the world, they're not going to embarrass you other than just putting it in the corner, which you're not going to have a chance for. So it was actually better to play against more skilled players than would be somebody on the diagonal, put it up to guys like Danny, and you're going to be challenging for it. And it was pretty physical back in those days, certainly before we saw the nice football that we're seeing these days.
Just to make it clear, I never tried to hurt anyone.
Oh no, of course not. No.
Especially not
the
goalkeepers.
Gentle giant, they call you, didn't they?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.